Alright guys, what is going on? I'm driving to a job site right now, so bear with me. Let's do an audio upload. I want to talk about the 70-30 split and how this is one of the easiest, if not the easiest, dietary systems that anyone can follow. So, I've mentioned what the 70-30 split is in a handful of older videos. I'll do my best to remember to put some links in the description box below so that you can watch those videos where I really explain exactly what it is and what it isn't. But in layman's terms, and to keep things short and sweet, the 70-30 split is something that I devised where you consume 70% of your calories from food in the form of real food, natural food, foods that aren't processed, foods that aren't filled full of a bunch of chemicals and additives and fortified iron and synthetics, titanium dioxides and preservatives. So, before we continue, I just want to say that this is not in any way, shape, or form the perfect diet plan. It can be modified and attenuated in about 1 million different ways. And as you get used to living like this, it's going to be in your best interest to bump it up eventually to 80% real foods, 20% whatever you want to eat. So let me just go back and just clarify something. You get to eat 70% of your calories from real food, and then 30% on the 70-30 split. That remainder, that 30%, you get to eat whatever you want. So the 30% is the training wheels. Most people fail on diet systems because they completely cut out food groups. So whether you're aware of it or not, after 20 plus years of eating garbage bullshit, your body's kind of addicted to it. Your system's used to being fed that garbage bullshit. And when you cut those foods out, I'm not saying it can't be done, but for the average person who's enduring massive amounts of stress and, from having to pay bills and this, that, and the other, it can be very difficult to stay true to a specific dietary system like that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why the 70-30 split was, why I put it together. I know that not everyone has the ability to just create the perfect dietary system overnight and adopt it. We're under stress. This is a system where you retrain your body to eat real foods while continuing to eat some of the foods that you love. What this will end up doing is it'll give you a little bit of incentive to go through the day and eat your real foods, your 70% whole foods, and then you get to have 30% whatever you want. Now, as I was saying earlier, as you get used to this, as your gut and your microbiome and everything gets accustomed to eating a bulk of its calories from real foods, you're going to want to, by default, start inchworming your way up into 75-25 split, and then 80-20, and then 90-10, and then you're going to want to get to a point eventually where the majority of all your calories come from real foods. Now again, I'm not claiming that this is the perfect dietary system. I'm not in any way, shape, or form telling you what specific macronutrients to eat. I'm not saying, okay, this percentage of fat you need to eat to this percentage of carbs. I'm just telling you to adopt this simple system and let it take you into the future successfully. As you start to get used to eating real foods, you will by default naturally start to crave certain things, and you'll be able to put together your own system, whether you favor carbs or more fats, you name it. So again, this system is a simple system that anyone can follow. That's why I wanted to put this together. After looking at statistics, I know that the average American diet is garbage to begin with. And I don't want to get on here and tell you, okay, you have to eat this percent protein, this percent fat, yada, yada, yada. All I want to see you do is start to eat real food so that your body can be nourished. And then once that happens, once the minerals start flowing into your system, once you get the natural fibers and the vitamins, you name it, into your system, things will begin to fall into place for you, and you'll be able to work things out on your own accord. I hope that makes sense. So I got a bad driver in front of me, as usual. Let me just get over, guys. But the 70-30 split, 70% of your calories from whole foods, 30% whatever you want, and then put an emphasis on cleaning up your act when it comes to what you drink, the quality of water that you drink. Get a water filter, get a water distiller, start investing in your health, ladies and gentlemen. Now, on top of that, I would love to see you also start to attenuate the quality of the air that you're breathing. I would love to see you get a high quality air filter for your bedroom. I say bedroom because you spend 1/3 of your life indoors sleeping, and if you can just sleep and at the same time get get benefit from that by breathing clean air. You're going to get a lot of benefit for your lungs, your respiratory system, your heart's going to have a burden lifted from it, etc., etc., etc. So this is a very simple system. I know that it's not perfect, but as you adopt this system, as you walk the walk, things will start to fall into place for you, and you'll be able to listen to your own body, and it will tell you what you want. So, anyways, folks, I would love to see you also, while you're doing this, get yourself on, again, the clean water, but also consider an electrolyte supplement. A lot of people are depleted in the electrolytes. There's a supplement called 40,000 volts, which is pretty good, by Trace Minerals. There's a handful of these on the market. So, again, this is just like a little jump start that allows you to eat some of the garbage that you're used to eating. I know that statistically most Americans eat shit constantly. So for you to just, try to become Hercules and let go of all those food groups and just create this new dietary system where you just, a lot of people try to do that. Let's just put it that way. A lot of people try to completely uproot their lives, and they end up failing with their dietary systems because they just try to let go of all the foods that they're addicted to. That leads to elevated stress. Elevated stress leads to anger. Anger leads to going back to the old way of living, which sadly gets rid of the stress. And for most people, that's all of the addictive foods that are filled full of drugs that not only keep you addicted, but they lower your stress. So the food was engineered to, like the cigarette companies, how they engineer their tobacco. They want you coming back for it. Once you realize that, things will really open up for you and you'll want to change. But the 30% on the 70-30 split, the 30% eat whatever you want, this is just training wheels. This allows your system to have a little bit of what it's used to as you adopt a new system where you actually feed yourself real food. So it's actually a beautiful system. And if you do this properly, if you couple it with the blue blocking and the grounding and the mineral therapy, ladies and gentlemen, you can really go very far with this very basic system. Oftentimes, the most simple things produce the biggest results. And I would love to see you thrive. I would love to see you get healthier. So I wouldn't worry about your current weight. I wouldn't worry about your appearance right now. I would just worry about eating the right foods, folks. Worry about getting on the right system. Stop worrying about, I got someone merging. Stop worrying about, what's the word I'm looking for? Stop worrying so much about your appearance and getting, losing 30 pounds overnight. It's just not going to happen. You've got to live in the world of the real. And in the world of the real, slow and steady does indeed win the race. You just got to get on the right track. So the training wheels are crucial. Some people may have already, a lot of people watching this right now, this video may have already done something like this, and they may be more like 90% real food, 10% processed. So for my message to them would be congratulations and keep up the great work and keep moving forward with your health. I'm not interested in just appealing to a small number of people. I want to appeal to a large number of people. And I know statistically most people don't eat very well. So this system allows people who are in that bracket to start experiencing better health. So 70% of your diet, real food, 30% whatever you want. That doesn't mean go overboard and eat a bunch of ho-hos and garbage. Do the best you can, curb your cravings, and inchworm your way forward towards a greater version of you. We'll talk more about this in the near future, but I am going to get going. I love you all. May peace be with you.